Hello my beautiful drone flying friends. So today we're going to talk about, is flying a drone easy and fun? This video is based on an article on droneflyingpro.com. I'll put a link in the description, but also in that article I have links to other things, other videos, and a massive amount of information that you can benefit from. So I highly recommend going to go check out that article. Okay, then let's have a look. Is flying a drone easy and fun? I like it. Maybe you'll love it too. Alright, so I'm going to go over all the reasons why I think drones are easy, and then a couple of things at the end that really you need to consider if you're thinking about buying a drone and if you want it to be easy and fun, the sort of things you need to look out for, because there are some challenging aspects. But let's get on first with why drones are awesome. The first thing is they are super easy to control. Like a drone manufacturer, it is in their interest to get you not only receiving their fancy designed box and packaging and marketing stuff, but also to open that box and to fly your drone as quickly as possible, because that is where the real magic is. So what they do is offer a ton of automated flight features. We are talking about auto takeoff, return to home, auto landing, sensors like it stops. This is the DJI Mavic Air and I love it. Go check out my other videos about why I love this drone. But I would recommend getting a drone with all the sensors, all of the different automated flight features, and it takes off, it lands, it stops, it hovers. Like if I am unsure of anything, I take my hands off the control and the drone stays there. It doesn't drift as long as it's in GPS mode. It doesn't drift, it doesn't do anything weird, and I love it. It just, it auto takes off, and then if I'm unsure, hands off, and the drone will stay safe. It will hover and it will combat any winds. It won't drift, all of that stuff. I absolutely love it. So there's loads of automated flight features. There's also waypoint control. So you can essentially just set up like GPS locations and heights and the drone will fly through it. And also tap and go mode. Tap and go mode is underutilized, but it is great because it can allow anyone to fly. You just tap on the screen where you want the drone to go and it will fly there. Other really awesome things that I love, let's have a look, is the fact that the hovering is incredibly stable. Like that means I don't have to sort of do the micro adjustments for the wind, and I absolutely love it. So yes, all of the automated flight features, they are in the sort of top end drones. In fact, actually I say that, but the DJI Mavic Mini 2 has a load of these features at a budget price. I really can't believe it, and it looks like an awesome drone. And yes, all of the automated flight features are what make it an absolute pleasure and easy to fly. So check out if your drone has them and get using them. All right, another automated thing is automated shots. Now, a lot of people buy a drone because of this thing on the front, which is normally a high definition camera, which can do up to like 4K. There's some 6K consumer drones now at 60 frames per second, which means you get that lovely cinematographic kind of like floating shot. Oh, it's beautiful. But the thing is that not everyone who buys a drone is a professional cinematographer or photographer. But once again, these manufacturers have made it so that you can simply select auto and it does a load of awesome things for you. The one thing I love about this shot or these drones is the number of shots that come pre-programmed. They do dronies, they do boomerangs, they do point of interest. Like all of these I've used and I absolutely love them. They can get a little bit samey. So what I like to do is eventually learn to do those shots on my own without the automated features. Then you can control the kind of small movements. But I absolutely love the fact that it is easy and fun for the new beginner drone owner to just get some amazing shots. And so yes, you should absolutely have a look at the DJI series, and I think Parrot have them as well. But those intelligent shots where you can kind of select a person and it follows, it sort of goes around it, it does dronies, where it sort of zooms away and reveals your landscape. It is brilliant, and yeah, you should go check out what your drone has, or the drone that you're considering buying, because it is a whole lot of fun and there is a automated shot for nearly every occasion. Flying a drone is also very easy because it has sensors. Not all drones come with them, but the kind of mid-range to high-end consumer drones all have sensors. This is the bottom of the DJI Mavic Air, and it's got infrared, it's got cameras, and it just means that it knows its distance from the floor, but also it takes an image of the ground as it takes off, so it can do precision landing mode. We've also got forward and backward sensors here and here, and the drones that are coming out now, so the Skydio 2 and other DJI drones have 360-degree camera. So it means that like, the one downside about this is if I'm doing this sort of shot where I'm going on the side and I'm kind of, looking around, is there's no sensors on the side. But here it will tell me if I'm coming close to an object. This also has active obstacle avoidance, which means if I'm flying towards something and I've got it turned on, it will just try to find a way around it, then resume its original path and carry on. That's bloody brilliant. I'm always amazed when I see that a drone do that. Some people don't like that the drone is so automated, and I get that. If you buy something like this as a tool, you need it to do exactly what you want it to do. You don't want it thinking for itself. But for a beginner drone flyer, it is just incredible. I love it, and it makes it incredibly fun and easy to fly. Look for a drone with lots of sensors. Another reason why I think drones are awesomely fun to fly is that the on-screen instructions, once you're connected to the remote control and your smart device becomes the camera and all the, like the screen that you use to control the drone, it has warnings, it has features, it tells you when to calibrate the compass. It is so easy because the interface has evolved over the last 5 years to tell you what you need to know and when you need to know it. So it could be that you've got low signal or Wi-Fi interference, or it could be that you've got high winds. Everything comes up, which just makes drone flying so easy. And these drone manufacturers want that to be the case. They want you to feel confident, in control of all of your drone flying adventures. And by all of these sort of things popping up on the screen every so often, it certainly does. When I first bought this drone, I was kind of like, all right, what do I want to do with it? And I started by going into a field with nothing around. And I was like, oh, it's going away. Oh, where will it go? But once you get comfortable with all of the features, I've sent this out over dolphins. I've sent it out over oceans, over woodland, where if it got lost, I would never find it again. So yes, you do build a lot of confidence in your drone because of all of the fancy software features that are there. And I trust that drone a lot. Now go check out my other video, which is what drone is the easiest to fly and the things you should look for. I'll put that in the link here or wherever it goes. I don't know. But yes, go check out that video because that will let you know also what you need to look for if you want a drone that's just super easy to fly. And the DJI Mavic Air was a drone that I just love. I love it. Yes, for all of the reasons I've stated above. And here are the reasons why your drone is a little bit more complicated than just relying on automated features and pop-ups. Now, when you're flying a drone, the reason you get more comfortable with it is because you start flying in more and more conditions. So the conditions change, no doubt. They change, the wind will change, the people that you are filming or the subjects you're filming will change. Flying this way with this drone, I always have to remember there's no sensors. So sometimes the sensors can lull you into this kind of false sense of security, and then you realize, oh shit, I don't have sideways sensors. So therefore, I need to be super careful. And that sort of mindset is important because then you can, you won't damage your drone. Another thing is that when you're flying a drone, there are so many things to consider at once. If you're looking through the front camera and you're like, okay, I want to capture this image, you also have got to be like, okay, I'm capturing the image, I need to frame it, I've got to get close or use the right amount of zoom, I need to use the right exposure, I need to turn off auto mode and get it on manual, all of that, whilst also piloting an aircraft. So it does add up, and what I recommend is you start simple and you sort of build on skills until you feel confident with the combination. It really is the combination of the skills of being an awesome pilot and an awesome videographer or photographer that makes drone flying fun and awesome. The last thing I would say is why drone flying is hard is because of the rules and regulations that seem to change every month or year. Now, wherever you are, drone flying sort of grew in popularity about 5 years ago, and ever since then, regulators have always been struggling to keep up with what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing, and just making sure that you're aware of the latest rules and regulations for your country, for where you're flying it, or if you're going on holiday, what those regulations are like, then that can be a challenging aspect because I don't like looking at legislation, so I do rely on blogs and YouTubers to tell me what they are, because it can get pretty complicated, especially when you've got rules within rules within rules, depending on where you are. So yes, the rules and regulations are another reason why drone flying is not as easy as just taking off and going into the distance. So there we have it. There are all of the reasons why drone flying is fun and easy, but also the couple of little things that you should think about before buying a drone. Let me know in the comments what you would add to this. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel if this has been useful to you. I'm going to be sharing all of the information about drones, flying, tips, tricks, the lot, and I hope to be doing some proper drone reviews soon. So subscribe and you'll get those right into your feed if you hit that bell notification as well. Go check out Drone Flying Pro as well. I have a ton of information I've been building up over the last year. I think it's a great resource, and if you just like the YouTube videos, no problem. I shall see you in the next video.